Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm really excited because I get to play in the mud, do a little bit of four-wheeling, and test out the by Experimental Designs. So this kit works for 3rd gen Toyota Tacomas, which is 2016 to 2023. And you have to have a factory locking differential. So that's on like TRD Off-Road, TRD Pro, and I think the Trail Editions. What this kit is going to allow you to do is to be able to use your locking differential in any drive type. So that means 2-wheel drive, 4-high, and 4-low. So from the factory, you can only use the locking differential in 4-low, which can get annoying sometimes. So sometimes you might want to use it in 2-wheel drive. And this module is going to allow you to do that. So later in the video, I'll get into the install, but I want to show you how to use it in some real world examples and how it might apply as you're out four-wheeling. Okay, let's hop in the truck and let's test this thing out. I am out here at one of my favorite spots to four-wheel, and it's absolutely beautiful. You can see the leaves are changing here in Utah. I won't tell you exactly where I am because I'd like to keep it a secret. Let's test this thing out. So right now I'm just in 2-wheel drive, no locker on, and I'm going to try and get the truck stuck and then engage the locker to see if it helps us get unstuck. Okay, I'm stuck. Let's go check it out. And you can see my back wheel has been peeling out here. I have lost traction. I'm in 2-wheel drive, and now I'm going to lock the diff in 2-wheel drive and show you how that works and to see if it actually makes a difference in 2-wheel drive. To engage locker in 2-wheel drive, and actually in any mode, is press your factory locking differential button for 2.5 seconds. So I'm going to hold this down, and then I'll show you the dash here. So it's going to turn off traction control automatically, and then I have installed the indicator light right here on one of my poverty caps to show me when it is engaged. So for it to fully engage, you have to go forward a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna ease it forward a little bit. Okay, so now the indicator light has turned on, meaning that the truck differential is now locked. So now I'm going to see if that gives me some more traction here in 2-wheel drive. Oh baby, look at that. Got me out in 2-wheel drive. So I found another spot that I'm going to test the locking differential in 2-wheel drive. This hill up here, there's a spot up here that should test it out pretty good. Okay, there you go. So I'm stuck in 2-wheel drive. Now I'm going to engage the locker. Hold this down for 2.5 seconds. And then my indicator light is down here, and I'm gonna go forward a little bit. And, oh, there it goes. Yes. Let's go. Easy. I didn't even have to put it in 4-wheel drive. That's pretty awesome. So far I'm very impressed. I'm really enjoying this. It just adds another element when you're out here four-wheeling, you know? It was never an option to lock the diff, and so now it gives you a bunch of different scenarios in which you could off-road, which makes that more fun. So one thing I want to mention with this install is that the locking differential light on your dash will not work anymore. So that's why you have this indicator light here now. So this is optional to install, but I highly recommend it because that's going to tell you whether or not your diff is locked. So you can see here, there was an indicator light here that looked like the four-wheel drive button, but it had an X on the rear to show you that the diff was locked. That no longer will show anymore. So I highly recommend installing the indicator light. I've installed mine here. This was just a blank poverty cap that I had, and it made the most sense. Made the install actually pretty easy. I just drilled a hole there and then installed the wires. Another possible spot you could install it is right here. Now I have a sunroof here, and so I have these controls here, but another possible spot would be right here, but that's up to you. All right, now that I've shown you how to use, let's jump right into the install. Here is everything that comes in the kit. This is the module box here and the main wiring harness. And then you have this white wire here, which you'll run under the dash and install it over on the driver's side. And then you have this black and blue wire, which are for this blue LED indicator light. This is optional. You don't need to install it, but I highly recommend installing it. That way you know if it's locked or not. You have a T-tap, which you'll use for the white wire, and then some wire couplers that you'll use for the black and blue wires, and then it comes with some zip ties. All right, first step, you're going to want to disconnect the battery. This is a precautionary step. You are installing electrical components, and at some point you will be unbolting the airbag, and so it's just better to be safe than sorry. Next step, on the passenger side, you're going to remove this panel here and then this panel. So grab your pry tool and give them a nice little tug, and they came off pretty easy. Okay, next step, you can remove these bolts from the airbag. These are 10mm bolts. There are 3 of them, 2 there and 1 right here. Now that you have the bolts removed, you can grab your pry tool and start to pry it away from the clips here. This did take me a little bit of effort, but I was finally able to get it after a couple minutes. Now it's time to remove the glove box. There are 5 screws located here, 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 and then 1 right under, right there. Now that you have those 5 screws removed, you can start to pull on the glove box and remove it from the clips. This was pretty easy to do for me. Just kind of make sure that you tug it straight back and not to bind it up in any way. Now that you have the glove box removed, you can start to install the wiring harness. So this is the 4x4 module right here. You're going to remove this black clip here, and then there's one right below it. It's just a white one, and you're just gonna pinch the side of it and pull it out. After you've done that, you can grab the wiring harness from the kit and match them up with those 2 plugs that you just pulled out. It is all plug and play, and they are unique, so you can't really mess those up. Once you've done that, you're going to grab the 2 mel ends and stick them back in to the 4x4 module. Next, what you're going to want to do is grab some zip ties and zip tie your module box that comes with the kit kind of back here out of the way. Now it's time to route your wires. I'm installing the LED indicator light on the driver's side of the truck. This seems to be the easiest and most straightforward, and so that's why I have all 3 wires going over to the driver's side. Once you have those zip tied up, what you're going to do is pass all the wires through here. So go ahead and grab them and just pass them through to the driver's side. Now that you've done that, you can start to put everything back together on the passenger side. Just do it in the reverse order, and then once you've done that, you can move over to the driver's side. Now what you're going to want to do is grab all the wires that you pushed over from the passenger side. So this is the white, blue, and black wires. Now grab your trim tool and remove these 2 kick panels here. Next thing you're going to want to do is remove this pin here. It's located on the very bottom right here. And then you're going to locate this gray wire. It's pin slot 19. It should be the 5th wire from the right. And then grab your T-tap and you're going to put that on the gray wire. I had to put mine up here a little bit higher. And then grab some pliers. Make sure you have it on nice and tight. And then go ahead and put the other end of the T-tap on there. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and plug it back in. All right, we're almost to the finish line. We have 2 wires here. This is the black and blue wire for the LED indicator light right here. And I think I'm going to install it in this cap right here. I'll just drill a hole through it. So to get behind there, I have to remove a couple bolts to kind of pull the dash back. Okay, I've got it all hooked up. I used the provided wire couplings and heat shrink those up. And I think the light turned out pretty good. Okay, now all you got to do is put these kick panels back on, and then we got to zip tie these loose wires up under the dash. Okay, we're all done. I got the wires tucked up under the dash. I probably did need maybe 3 or 4 more inches of that white wire. It is sticking out a little bit there, but I don't think it's very noticeable, as you can see here. So overall, it was a great install and pretty easy. All right, so there you have it, guys. I had a blast. Walker by Experimental Designs. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. I've also put links down in the description if you're wanting to check out Walker. Be sure to go down there and click that link, do some more research, and be safe, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.